Hi there, this is Chris from motorheads.com, and I quickly wanted to touch upon a concept car from the 90s. So when you typically think of a Porsche sedan, you think of models like, the Panamera and Taycan, as prime examples for blending sports car DNA with practicality. But long before these models showed up back in the 90s, Porsche did try their hand at a few photo sports car concepts. I mean, you had the 989, and what you have here is the Charisma by Italian design house Bertone. A few things that make this particular concept unique is that it's actually rear-engined and not front-engined. Uh, so it was designed by the Luciano di Ambrosia, and it was actually unveiled in 1994 at the Turin Auto Show. And it was a bold four-seater concept, even for its time. It was pretty radical, and it was actually based on the 964 chassis. Bertoni approached the Charisma differently. I mean, sticking to the Porsche's and 911's rear engine roots. As you can see, it has a pretty long wheelbase, and the 964 uh, was a versatile enough platform, I suppose. And you kind of ended up with an extremely spacious cabin, as you can see. Uh, Now. Looking at the charisma, I mean, this concept obviously looks quite otherworldly. Even by modern day standards, you have the glass bubble roof. Of course, you have the gull-wing doors, and you have a rear deck lid. And hiding under that rear deck lid, you had a 3.6 liter flat six engine with about 250 horsepower on tap. I mean, obviously, this is the concept car. Those numbers are just very less by modern day standards. But for the day, I suppose from the 964, it was acceptable, I would say. Uh, uh, m- Stepping inside, and this was the 90s. Again, you had four egg-shaped style chairs, and Porsche and Bertoni were even able to get the five-pod display that gauges that you typically associate with Porsche. Despite yeah, despite its a very innovative and radical approach, Porsche was running into financial difficulties in the 90s. You had a lot of the Transaxle cars at the very end of the life cycle. You had the likes of the 928, and Porsche was a brand that was in a lot of financial trouble. So they ended up discontinuing most of the transaxle era models. And yeah, even a concept like this could not come to life. Instead, they shifted their attention to the 911 and eventually developed the Boxster and the Cayenne after the turn of the millennium, which was actually what saved the company and made cars like the Carrera GT even possible. Uh, Eventually, I mean, this was a rear-engine gun-wing four-seater sedan, but in 2009, Porsche eventually came out with the Panamera, as you all know. It had a far more traditional layout. Even though it kind of looked like an elongated 911, it ended up being a front-engine rear-wheel drive sports car or sports sedan, I should say. Of course, the Panamera was eventually made available with with all-wheel drive as a 4S model as well. So that brings us to the end of the video. What did you think about the Bertoni Charisma? I think it was a very forward-thinking concept. I've never heard of a concept where you kind of retaining a rear engine or layout in a sedan. I mean, I think the Fisker Karma, the early versions had like a generator that sat behind the cabin. So if I recall correctly. So this was quite forward thinking for the time. So please let me know what you think about this concept in the comments below. And if you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Motorheads YouTube channel. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.